All right, we in here. Let's place a little bit of music because we got day 3 of the trial. I'm late. All right, now we finna get right on in. It is day 3 of the trial. Baby, this is where Akira. Oh shoot, can't show y'all. Akira gets cross-examined, I believe, by Brenay. Now we gonna watch some videos for Black Goddess. Alley Cat is live. We gonna get to that. And not Korean coming out talking about why somebody so mad. Look at this. Korean wanna be so involved so bad, y'all. Look at this. I'm sick of this. The pretty twin.
See my DMs. Why y'all so mad? Because I called that girl a liar. That's why y'all mad. But Regina, why are you more mad than anybody?
Don't call Regina out. Don't call Black Goddess out. First of all, Korean, don't call Black Goddess out because the last time we checked, he said both of y'all some hoes. That's what he said. You a bit nasty. He said both of y'all some hoes.
You mad? You and Akira rubbing dry coochies together? That's your girlfriend? Like, because ain't no way I'm driving.
You and your sister stay on the same ping that she married to? I'm just saying.
I'm flying from Mississippi, come to North Carolina for a court case to somebody I don't know.
Girl,
there's no way I'm doing it. So I'm genuinely convinced that that's your girlfriend. Jordan, you better watch out. This 40-year-old woman might snatch your girl.
How you know who know who Akira man is? Y'all stalking her.
And imagine at this level.
All right, here we go, y'all. Okay, still playing.
He was just like his mental was messed up.
Hey, Akira.
Even imagine at this level, he was just like his mental was messed up.
Even all right. Oh, that was a hey girl. All right, y'all. We finna share what everybody got to say. Then we're gonna go to Black Goddess, y'all.
Girl, they say Brenay is cross-examining Akira. See, Akira told Brenay, I opened up my home to you. I did not open up your legs to my husband. Girl, they say Brenay.
I'm sorry, my love.
Is cross-examining Akira. See, Akira told Brenay, I opened up my home to you. I did not open up your legs to my husband.
Come on now, somebody. She said I didn't open up my legs for it to be a Waffle House for my husband. After my husband said that you were something to get somebody rock. What? Soft. That's exactly what she said, honey. I know that's right, Akira. Akira say, baby, I didn't open my home for you to come sleep with my husband. I didn't ask for that. While Korean over here shading folks.
Oh, and Brenay is gonna.
Oh, I ain't finna play that because she wasn't serious, y'all. All right, we going to Black Goddess. Okay.
I said, period. So, Akira told Brenay, I opened up the doors of my home to you. I didn't open up your legs. I didn't open up your legs to my husband.
Period.
Baby, Akira, She kept talking about, but you and your husband had infidelity. You testified earlier that you and your husband had financial and infidelity issues. She said, baby, we had infidelity. My husband cheated, but we reconciled.
So they didn't give you the right to think. So basically, Brenay just put herself. Brenay dumb. Brenay, you set yourself up. You just told the judge that you felt like it gave you the right to slide in with these issues and parade your titties and your cat to this man at a weak moment. Basically, it looks like you preyed on him and you confirm you did. You should have got you a lawyer, baby. This ain't for you. Don't ever waste your funds going to law school. You are horrible.
Again, that was the past. The only issue me and my husband had was financial.
Exactly.
She said that her and Tim, right before y'all know that video where she said, I'm gonna invite y'all to my 5-year vow renewal. She said her and Tim had just talked about that. Did I not tell y'all? Yup, Tim, they got Tim.
What?
They did.
Y'all
For
Tim locked up.
KNIFE.
Okay. What? Ooh.
Didn't I tell y'all that they had some conversation about planning that together? She said days before she announced that to Brenay and Devin that her and Tim had just had a conversation about renewing their wedding vows. And she was inviting them.
So he was in contempt of court. What did he do?
I don't know why he had it. They got him in handcuffs. He didn't have it before. We all just left for lunch. And then when we came back, he got it flagged. And they put him in handcuffs. They took it and put him in handcuffs.
So wait a minute. No, he didn't, cause he put himself in contempt. He didn't want to testify against her. So he bring a weapon into the courtroom. He knows she gonna lose. He knows she gonna lose. They say Tim mama put Akira in the headlock when she put her motherfucking hands on her. What was the hunt say?
Like, that's crazy. Corinne need to sit her nasty ass down.
For real. Hey man, come on now.
Tell Corinne that. When she find out who her baby daddy is, she can have a conversation with me.
Oh, it's getting nasty. So, okay, listen, the reason why she said that because the ex-boyfriend, the actual baby daddy said he not sure. He said, I'm not sure, but I can confirm that I do think she might handle that. Because she was cheating on him with Tim at the time, and they believe that is Tim baby. So you said, that's still my baby, regardless of the fact we broke up because I asked for a DNA. And Corinne say, what you need that for?
Unlike her, I know how to keep my legs closed.
Oh!
I got caught up one time with a man I didn't know was married. Opposite word, I didn't know. She was sleeping multiple times with Akira husband. So both of them babies could be Tim's.
It's a king, honey.
Period.
Oh.
That ain't no secret that nobody had to tell of mine. I told myself.
Exactly. It really wasn't no secret because your baby daddy came out and said how you was out here cheating.
Baby, when I tell y'all it was so freaking heartbreaking because Akira talked about she was getting ready. They had stretched it for the jury to not take it to consideration. But she was like, she had her dream job and she got fired. She got hired and fired within the same day. She said when they hire her, she said they do a Google search. And when they did the Google search, she popped up. Guess who was online? Guess who videos they saw? Tim Mama and Brenay Mama talking about her and her mental health. And therefore, they did not.
She had every right to sue. And if I was her, I would sue to Mammy and Brenay Mammy. Because at this point, you made sure that girl didn't get that job. That was defamation of character.
Hire her. She said that job would have literally provided an income that would have her and her children set. But because you had ignorant people, them two mamas, doing all of this on live, it really has affected her. Like her being on social media because of Brenay has really affected her whole life. In addition to that, she said that when they came, how Tina found out about the car accident is that her watch, she has an Apple Watch, that when her car had the impact, it alerted her mama and Tim. Tim came, his mama came, his sister came, his god sister came, Brenay came. He took the kids. She was telling Tim to keep, Brenay away from her. Things got heated. Tell me why Tim mama put her in the headlock.
Oh, hell no.
At the hospital.
So that's why the auntie ran up on the mama, and she had every right to choke her by her neck and knock out her socks with putting her hands on her knees. She had every right. See, here's the thing. Akira mama is a lawyer. She's not going to compromise. She's going to take it to the courts. But I'm going to tell you who is going to step in and do whatever, Akira auntie. When it comes to that, I don't blame her.
Y'all do know Tim having this right here. He got in trouble, so I don't know if this is a violation of the probation that he's on, because he got in trouble. He may be in jail for 28 days.
That was dumb.
Tim mama put Akira in a headlock after she just had a car accident with her kids. I told y'all that whatever Akira feels, the baby feels. She said during the moment that was going on, she said her daughter was crying. She said my daughter is like this with me. She feels everything I feel. She senses everything that I sense. I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told y'all. Tamika Green put Akira in a headlock at the hospital. Y'all, when I tell y'all this, listen, we was crying. We went from crying to laughing because Brenay don't know what though.
She got herself into. Yep.
She don't know what she doing.
She don't.
She trying to be so sassy, and baby, when Kira respond, she clapping back.
Yeah.
She like, just answer her same question. Do you think I maliciously, intently did this? And she said, yeah. Then she found another way to say it. She said again, do you think I maliciously and intently? Akira said, as I stated before, you did. You did. And then she said, well, why you didn't come to me? She said, I did come to you.
Yep.
And it ain't even my job to check you. It's your husband's job to check you.
Oh, clock that tape.
Baby, when I tell you, let me tell y'all.
Let me tell you something. Akira Virgo, she gonna be quick with it. And if she gonna F up that brain, baby, she getting on her. Okay, so they in court because Brenay in the state of North Carolina, it's called alienation of affection. So Brenay at the time was separated. She started cheating when she wasn't separated yet. She was cheating on her husband, Devin, with Tim, who is Akira's husband at the time. So around that time, nobody knew. She claimed that Devin put his hands on her. She left Devin's house with her home and moved in with Akira and Tim because of the lies she told. While staying with Akira and Tim, she was having sexual activities with Tim under Akira's nose. She was making her uncomfortable. Every time they would do something, she's coming in doing this and that. Excuse me. And Akira find out basically when she was telling her husband. So one day she was doing her taxes and she find out that there are some videos that Brenay would close the living room door because it had a door to the living room, and Tim and Brenay was having, while she sleep in her bed, kids asleep, they sleeping together in the living room. So she's suing her for $2 million.
This girl done went through so.
Is it gonna play? Or is that me? Hold on, y'all. But somebody say he avoided testifying. I agree.
What Tim is in jail for? Having a pew pew in the courthouse. Baby, that when I tell y'all that Akira ate Brenay up, she couldn't do with Akira on that stand. She tried to make it seem like Akira was contradicting herself. She said, because it was a question about, I had told you. What she said, it was a question about. She said it was a question. It was a question where she said,
if y'all coming in, ladies, get y'all popcorn, get your little wine, because we're gonna be here for a long time.
if I wasn't around you, and she said, okay, so in the interrogatories, let me get it right. In the interrogatory, it was a question about her and Akira or something in February of 2025, and she said, well, if you were so uncomfortable around me, why did we continue to be around each other? She said we weren't. She said in January I asked you to leave my house, and you wouldn't. You refused. My grandmama came. She asked you to leave the house, and you refused. And she said that you left, but you came back.
Oh,
the girl left, but she came back.
Oh,
she left and she came back. She said it was almost as if, yes, January of 2024.
See, everybody is watching, y'all. Give me a minute because it's slowing it down. Hold on.
What Tim is in jail for? It's not a NIFE on the. We looked at the portal, and it had weapon GUN.
Oh, so it wasn't an NIFE. He didn't want to testify. He messed
He's
up.
bonded out to his. I didn't see. Well, somebody said they saw him, but I don't know who bonded him out. Cause his folks was up there in up there. His sister, his mama, all of them was still up there. Like it happened right when we was coming into court, coming back from lunch. He signed his own bond, still showing no bond. Tim still in jail. I thought he was. That's a pew charge. Yeah, it's a violation of his probation.
Oh, baby, he finna send up.
This says what?
He finna sit in there.
He ain't on parole. He on probation.
He finna sit in there.
Say he bonded out at 451.
No, he's still in there.
It says out of custody. Okay. Maybe Korean bonded him out. Maybe Korean had bonded him out.
Let me go get my baby daddy. Let me stop.
Do you hear me? Y'all, Robin ain't playing with Brenay.
That's my baby daddy.
And Akira ain't playing with her either. Akira, every chance she gets, she gonna remind her that she's the mistress. Her name is Kennard. And she effed up her home. She literally, I mean, when I say this is most definitely, if you in the courtroom and you listening to it, this is she most definitely interfered with their marriage. And she used money to pull Tim away.
That was weak for him. She knew he was in a bind.
Be careful on the strikes. I'm good. I don't have a strike.
She knew he was in a bind.
Where did Tim and who? All right, baby. When did Tim and who? They don't have a marriage license. Mistress Mayo checked the. She's still. That's the site. He's still locked up. I checked the site. That's what I thought. Is it a felony?
Yeah.
It ain't no misdemeanor. You can't have no weapon inside the a courthouse. You can't. You absolutely can't.
That mean Tim intentions was to do something to somebody. And that's how they're gonna look at it if he on probation. So I hope she enjoy talking to him on the phone, because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be phone chatting all night tonight. He won't be there. But since he tried to get out of testifying, guess who gonna have to take that stand while in jail custody? Timothy. I don't know who gave him this dumbass idea, but it was dumb. It was dumb.
Are they gonna make her take? No, no, they ain't gonna make her take. Now when she go to come on 12/9, they may.
Oh yes, you do gotta go back.
Tim had a GUN, nothing about no DNA test. Y'all stop asking about a DNA test. Let me tell y'all this. This is not about Corinne and Tim. It don't matter if Tim slept with Corinne, the mama, Kayla,
Damn.
they friends. That don't matter. The lawsuit is strictly about Brenay and Akira and Tim being the middleman and Devin coming in because he was the spouse to Brenay.
Mm-hmm.
Brenay will testify.
Baby, they gonna eat her up in court. Ooh.
Said 2 to 3. Bobby said what?
Well,
What?
she gonna have
What's 2 to 3? I don't know what's 2 to 3.
Well,
He said that he had 2 strikes.
ooh.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about no 2 strikes and no mistrial at all. Period. I don't know nothing about that. So when do they have a verdict? They don't have now. They still going through the strikes for probation. I don't want to talk about that, y'all. I'm talking about Brenay and Akira today. Thank y'all for 1 million. Did Brenay take the stand yet? No, she did not. The only person that have taken the stand is Akira. Brenay just cross-examined Akira, and it was literally a shit show. Literally. Yeah. Does Brenay cross-examine herself? Well, she will be able to testify and give her testimony, which, y'all, the girl didn't even know how to ask questions. So he was smashing both the sister. How is the mom okay with that? Cause she probably did that before.
Right.
They some nasty people. The mom of the problem. Yes. What Tim is in jail for? Having a pew pew in the courthouse. Why they playing with you, BG? I don't know why they playing with me. What Tim is in jail for? Having a pew pew in the courthouse. Baby, that when I tell y'all that Akira ate Brenay up.
All right, we finna move
She
on.
couldn't do with Akira.
Who did this?
Y'all, Robin ain't playing with Brenay. And Akira ain't playing with her either. Akira, every chance she gets, she gonna remind her that she's the mistress. Her name is Kennard. And she effed up her home.
Okay. Look at the video they got right there with that picture of Tim and Brenay holding the other side crying.
You know, I did have a toxic marriage. And so she was like, well, She pulled off a Facebook post because Karen was talking about her and David going on a divorce party, and that she no longer have to be in a toxic relationship. She said that was before I found out it was actually toxic.
What?
I said, period. Period. So Akira told
Okay,
Brenay.
saw that part. Let me go to Alley Cat, y'all. Because I don't think Black Goddess is alive. Let me see if I can find her, y'all. Let me see if she live. Yep, let's go to it. Y'all know what time it is. Get your tea, your cup of coffee.
16.
Hold on. Get your tea, your cup of coffee, your drink, your wine. You coming in? Hello, how are you? You can speak in the chat, baby. Get your snacks. We about to get the tea.
1,000.
Woo! 16,000. 16,000 what? Dollars?
For they showed one bill for her child's daycare.
Wow.
And the son is in school, but the baby has daycare. And she was saying due to the government shutdown and no longer able to, she was like, if I get a voucher, it's like on the back end. It's
Right.
not on the front end. And so she was like, at first they were paying like $300
Tim, sorry as hell.
for fees out of pocket, but the baby is daycare bill is $1,700,
Oh Lord.
$1,750 a month.
Jesus.
That's 16 months. He has not done anything since the date that she legally files for separation. Yep. She talked about what their marital debt was.
He's sorry. He is sorry. And she allowed him to be sorry. She is disgusting.
That girl said when I tell y'all a mother's love,
It's what's keeping
and the
her.
fact that she just was so proud of her mama. Can you imagine, that going through what you're going through and the financial responsibility that was placed on her mom because of all of this, and Tim, really not holding up to his bargain after, him and Brenay just started getting so close. That girl, let me tell you what she said. She said that not Devin, Brenay saw Tim like a brother. She described him as her brother. And she was like, if you described him as your brother, how can you sleep with your brother? And she was like, it's so disgusting. And she was like, it's so disgusting that I see that as a form of incest. When I tell you, Akira was just so cutthroat. Akira said, Brenay, the level of disgust that she sees thinking about that is like a person sleeping with their kin. She does. Brenay did a cross examination, and she said, we don't have a relationship no more because you backstabbed me. And then she asked her about going on, trips together, and were they Brenay tried to act like they all was together and did things together. That's what she said, backstabbed her. She said she because you a backstabber. And she
Yeah.
was like, she asked Akira, what did they do? Where did they go? When I tell y'all, Akira was so detailed in the things that they had done as a couple and things that her and Brenay had done. I mean, she probably could not pinpoint the exact date, time, but she was just like too detailed for it to not be true. And Brenay couldn't say nothing. I'm just like, why is you asking questions?
She don't know
Like
what
you
she doing.
setting
She's an
yourself up for
idiot.
failure.
She
Why
is.
is you asking?
Yeah.
Why is you asking this girl these questions? Because I'm still waiting for you to tell your truth. Like your truth not coming out. You cross-examining this girl, and everything she has literally said from day one has been the truth. When I say Devin will testify tomorrow, so then she asked Brenay about, she said, so you said, so the judge strike the conversation about Akira dream job and how she didn't get it. Only because like they didn't have the person, to testify. That person wasn't pulled for that, and so the judge just striked it. He was just like, if there's nobody here to testify, we're not gonna omit that. So Brenay came. Brenay said, so you said about your dream job. She said that was strike. And she said, but your dream, she said that was strike. Akira up there telling her that it was strike. Kim does have to testify. I don't know if he gonna be there to testify. He has
Tim
a
will
Jew
obviously
in
be
charge. He
there.
has 2 charges.
Tim will
And
be
I don't know if
there.
y'all know, but you cannot.
One thing about it, regardless of the fact, if it's a subpoena for him to be there, they will be walking his tail out there with that orange suit on. He got to be there.
Have a weapon in the courthouse. When he came in the first time, but it went off. It went off. The metal detector, not the weapon. Yeah, a federal building.
Oh, he got some.
You brought that in after lunch. That's scary.
Mm-hmm. That is very scary.
He on probation. He is.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, they bring him up and we gonna see tomorrow. I heard people say that he had bonded out, and then some say that he was still locked up. I don't know.
They're probably looking at
I
the
don't
old
know if
stuff.
they normally don't let you.
They
He
looking at
bonded
that
out, not
old.
on probation. He's not. He is on probation.
I'm saying he not on probation. Yeah, he is.
It may have not updated where. It may have not updated. Somebody said he was walking in the parking lot. I don't know. Probation is lenient. It's 2 different types of probation. Yeah, supervised and unsupervised. I don't know no other type of supervision. She shared the what? His probation, he hasn't violated yet. He checked it, says released. Okay. I'm gonna follow y'all word for it. Let me look. I'll look for y'all. Yeah, he's released. Oh yeah, they have date released.
Okay, so they got so somebody had to bond him out before the probation
That's some
officer got
scary
on
stuff.
because that's gonna be a new charge. I'm telling you now.
They just too young to be messing up they self like that.
Sad.
I will. That's crazy. Um, Brenay asked her, um, Renee was trying to ask her about the infidelity, and she said that was irrelevant because we reconciled. Like she had to keep telling Renee. Renee kept trying to bring up the fact about her infidelity, with Tim's infidelity, and she was just like, that's irrelevant because we reconciled, which was, and she said she picked it back right. She picked it back off me, and she did. Um, what happened with her dream job was that she had an opportunity. I can't remember the place that she said the name she said because I couldn't hear her because she was crying. Oh, excuse me. But she said that she had an opportunity to, have her dream job that would have financially, pulled her out the rucker, would have, you know, um stabilize her and her children financially. And she was like, it was the offer was the offer was so good that she could have bought a home for her and her kids. Yes, Akira. And she was like, they Google her. And when they Google her, they saw Brenay mama and Tim mom talking about her mental health and all of this stuff. They saw all the stuff that she had going on social media. Now, mind you, she didn't put it there, but Brenay was the reason that she was on social media. Oh, excuse me. She said that the background check came back. Of course, the verbal communicating threat charge. It was just like this right here has literally this that Brenay has taken her through has
Hmm.
destroyed her.
For real.
And she was like, I'm just fighting to, put the pieces back together.
I mean, that's gonna be hard to
She
do.
was like, I'm just fighting to put the pieces
Got it.
back together. So Brenay was like, well, if I make you so uncomfortable and you were so uncomfortable, why didn't you have a conversation with me? Akira said, I did. I did have a conversation with you. And when you didn't listen, I went to your husband. And then she said, I went to my husband. And then Brenay was asking her, like, started asking her multiple questions. And Akira said, give me one question. You gave me two to answer. Which one you want me to answer? That was she said. She said, which one you want me to answer? And then she said, I stated to my husband, and my husband assured me that it was nothing and you were nothing to him.
Mm. Her heart dropped.
And so she was like, asked her about, that she tried to make it look like it was just only Tim that she lost.
And she was like, "What did you lose?" Akira had already said what she lost. She said, my children was robbed of a 2-parent household." And she was like, "I lost my spouse, my best friend, my backbone, my this, my dad." I mean, she was just going. I mean, that girl was going so fast. She was like a list, and she just kept going. And she was like, "My children lost their father, this, that." And she talked about how her son would not be able to be raised in a 2-parent household, and Tim be able to teach him what he's supposed to teach him as a man. "My daughter don't get to see her father loving me."
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He don't get to see, him loving her the way that he's supposed to love her. She saw, listen, there was a video that Tim was recording. They laid up. I ain't finna get in the bed tonight. I ain't getting in the bed tonight. They laid up. Y'all, when I say it was so disgusting, they laid up in the bed. And Brenay was there laying on his chest. That's in the court documents. Remember, Tim say people lie on the court documents, but this one no lie. Brenay laid up on his chest. They were listening to music. Tim was recording. Had Brenay, all, as she laying on his chest. And she said something about, she was acting like they was literally a couple. In her head, you could not tell. I'm gonna tell you, I just remember what Devin said. Let me stop. Y'all put a pin right there. So Devin was like, this is what he heard them say. He said Brenay them was talking when he was asleep, and they was up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. They was talking, and he heard her say, "You not gonna leave me if I give you another chance, or hurt me if I give you another chance," something to that effect. And he was like, he wished, he said he wanted to get up and slap the out of both of them.
Oh.
If it's echoing, you got to go out and come back in. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
They was talking about giving each other another chance, and if she gave him another chance, I guess him staying or doing right. It was one or the other, but he said that's what he had heard. Going back to the Brenay laying on Tim's chest. So Robin asked her how she felt about that, and she was like, she felt betrayed, and she was like, because that's not where she belongs. And she was like, that's not where she belongs. She said, "That's my place, and that's my children's place to lay their head." Brenay didn't have a place there.
Oh.
Can y'all see how, when I tell y'all Robin laid that foundation to show that Brenay and Akira did have a relationship, to show that them didn't have any issues. Now,
see how many people
and
online
also too, and then like with everything that they had, like messages from Tim, between Tim and Akira, photographs and stuff like that of family trips and them doing things and testimonies. Now, I don't know who all will be taking the stand tomorrow, because she narrowed it down from 4 to actually 3.
Okay.
Tim mom did not choke Akira. She put her in a headlock. Then she sat over there. She sat her damn alien ass over there and tried to act like the girl was on the stand lying.
Mm-hmm.
She put Akira's mom was out of town. So the person who came, because she said once, her, when she had it's set up, it's almost like 360 or something. That's what it kind of sound like. And upon impact, it alerted her mom and Tim that she was involved in a car accident. And Tim came to her rescue. I'm gonna say that. he came to her rescue. And she was like, he checked on me to make sure that, you know, I was good, but they tried to take the kids. And he was like, she felt like Tim was trying to force Brenay, you know, up on her, and that Brenay tried to force herself up on Akira as well. It was just really weird. And like Caramel said this. Caramel Love said this on live, and she was saying that she believed that it was Tim telling Brenay to do these things. Y'all, baby, there was a text message where Tim had told Brenay that he want her to get the manicure toes, the pedicure, manicure toe, just like Akira. So that should fill it in for y'all. Why she was looking the way, like, and that's not like, I've seen men do that before. You know what I'm saying? With trying to they wife ain't even, you know, deceased or nothing, but they want their wives to look a certain way. First of all, Brenay too wide to even, she nowhere compares to Akira
at all.
You know, body size.
No.
And then for Tim to say how nasty and lazy she was, and that stuff irritates him.
That's
like what y'all be seeing on what we be seeing, how Tim act with that girl on the camera. That's Tim's true authentic self.
Yep.
That explains why she tried to copy Akira. I feel like that was a lot of Tim. I didn't call it. Caramel Love called that. He still wanted his wife. Trying to recreate her in Brenay.
Yep. And it ain't work.
I mean, literally said, just like Akira. That's crazy. So Caramel was saying that, what if he had Brenay doing these things? I consider it, but I just was like, I don't know. I ain't know, but she called that. That girl said that. Caramel Love said that. I told y'all that those kids, y'all remember when I said to y'all, for those who've been watching, not the ones who just started, but those who have been watching me from day one, when I talk about, can you imagine her children and what they go through? And I said, you know, you carry a baby, you know, for up to 9 months, some a little bit longer or less. And I said, you know how a child feels everything you feel and sense everything you sense, because that connection that they have that starts within the womb. Y'all remember me saying that? She talked about the incident at the hospital when they were taking the kids. She said her baby picks up on, especially that little girl. And I knew it, because when I went through what I went through with my daughter's father, my baby didn't know nothing, but like, she knew something was wrong. She sensed it. You know what I'm saying? It's that connection that she have. And she said, me and my baby are like this. She said, our connection is like this. And she said, when I'm not okay, my baby is not okay, and she cries.
That's why they are have a high spirit.
And her son, you know, she was crying. He wanted to know if she was okay. This was the part that got me, because, you know, Tim had the daughter and the son was next to him. He had swooped up both of the kids. And so the son was standing. She was like, you know, her and Tim was going back. And she had told him, like, Brenay came over there and got the baby, got the son. And Tim folks allowed it. And she said that Tim mama put her in a headlock. Y'all have to also remember too, and that's what caused the that's what made her literally snap. She said, I'm not a violent person, I'm not a confrontational person, I'm not this, I'm not that. She
She
was like,
really not.
I'm a genuinely good person, but she said it's war behind my kids.
Mm-hmm.
She said it's war about behind my kids, and we saw that in a headlock. Yes, she said it is war behind my kids, and that's what people don't understand. You do whatever you want to do to me, but to my child. And then Brenay gonna sit up there and have that girl to relive the moment where she found out that she had a miscarriage,
Mm-hmm.
like not knowing that she was actually pregnant. Like when she found out she was pregnant, she had a miscarriage. And right after that, like even after that, so she had the miscarriage like somewhere in January. And the doctor told her she had conceived like maybe like I guess the late November, somewhere in December.
Oh,
But
that
she
wasn't
had
long
passed,
ago.
she had a miscarriage.
This was last
And
year, y'all.
baby, the text
January
message between
2024.
her and Tim, he wanted to put another baby in him.
What? Mm-mm.
What about them coming to the graduation? She talked about not being able to really enjoy the graduation because Brenay was there and the police had to be called. Somebody say, can you spill the tea faster?
She's feeling it fine. Shut up.
Um,
Don't get on my nerves. Listen
you
to
need
me.
to go find somebody else live to get the tea from, because we all talking and I'm sharing. If you don't like how I'm saying it, what I'm saying, please just exit the room.
Mm-hmm.
I say that respectfully. No text messages. We have not seen any text messages. Well, I haven't seen any text message between Karina and Tim. I don't know if y'all talking about a recording. Um, they started to. Did they start to play that recording? No. Trial is again tomorrow. What part had made you cry? All of it. Yeah, they started to play it, and Devin's voice, and then I think they striked it. You think they will admit once Devin goes? No, she ain't admitting. She still Brenay. I've never seen this type of delusion before. Yes, I'm sticking around. Brenay ain't crying. Let me tell y'all how Brenay was sitting in court. Her eyelashes. I don't know what type of eyelashes she had on. Them mug was so thick, like she was gonna fly away. She was. Okay, okay. She would ask Akira a question and then turn around and answer it. So Robin would have to say objection.
I'm done.
And he say sustain. Like her attitude, she did not care.
She did.
Like even let's go back to the February the 6th date. So like with the February the 6th date, she wanted to say that she had a conversation with Akira and she apologized for being, inappropriate with her husband, and she state that she was under the influence and Akira, well, when they played the video, she said obviously you had a little bit too much to drink.
Mm.
Strike equals disregard. Yeah. Yeah, they striked it, meaning that they like don't take it into consideration. Like you never heard it. So she tried to, like, that was like she claimed that she was remorseful and she was sorry only for the next day you was with this girl husband. So also too, like, she was like that she did not know that Tim and Brenay was spending a long time together. She said she was under the impression that what Tim told, did they make the children call her mom? Yes. She was under the impression that Devin during them times was with them because that's what Tim had told her, that Devin was with them and Devin wasn't. What was Brenay's reaction to her responses? Unbothered, don't care, very poor peace attitude. Tori was there. She was smiling. And I couldn't understand what was happening. The mama act like she ain't. Then when they had brought up the point, because Akira pointed it out, she said, and his mama made a Facebook post thanking me for holding Tim down while he was in school. And she doing it. Like, yeah, we saw it. How's the judge been? Have you noticed him taking a lot of notes or just listening? He has been listening, but he has been very fair. He is a non nonsense judge, a no nonsense judge. He's fair. I would say that he's fair. He's making sure that both parties are experiencing the same level of fairness. You know, he told Brenay that he cannot give her no advice. On one situation, he had to come in, due to Brenay not being an attorney, but making sure that he remained fair. Did anybody record it? What you mean, did anybody record it?
What? Nobody came record.
How long is the trial? I believe we most definitely will be going over into Friday. Tori is Tim's sister.
Tori,
the video is posted inside.
Say what I
Listen. Are you talking about a video with audio is posted?
You never know the story.
Did Robbie mention BV Nay popping up to the kids' dentist appointments? No. No audio. Are you talking about the one, because the only person who actually had access to record is Glomo? Pregnant with Chipotle? Did Akira call police? Did Akira call? Where did come in? Did Akira call police on Tim's mom for the headlock? No. Can we hear more about Akira's and Devin conversation? Okay. Oh, y'all.
Yeah, she can't really talk about that. That'll be brought up.
Ask me later. I can't do it right now. Devin and Tim really are cousins. For as I know, he has been referred to as cousin the whole time. Also, too, I did note it that during the time that there was a family member who had passed away, I noticed that Akira stated that Tim was supposed to go to, well, he took off for bereavement, and she didn't know. She thought he was gone to work, but she was like, he didn't go to work. He was at home. He was too busy doing Brenay. Cartier, I let you up, but I'm not gonna. Subscribers, I need y'all to wait Just wait. I need y'all to be patient with me.
The lady tired. Give her a grade, honey.
Cardia, I don't see you. Oh, let me see. Been really good. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Sassy.
All right, y'all.
I'm gonna let Sassy Kendra go first. T, I would love for you to help me with the questions again.
I got you.
Sassy, you got a question for me or a comment?
No, I just wanted to. I was trying to tell you to stop crying because you had me crying.
Oh, girl, like it's the I don't like certain parts. I would love to tell y'all about Devon's, and I just don't want to talk about it right now. I would love
Yeah,
to
don't talk
tell
about it.
y'all about
Yeah, y'all just
Devon's and
wait to
Akira's
court.
conversation. Like I think that was the most. That was the part that jump started everything. For me with emotions wise, like the we started. It was the videos. We started like with the videos of Brenay on Tim's chest, them in the bathroom. Like we seen it, we read it in the court documents, but to see it in the video, it was just distasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the thing. Y'all got me crying now again. I didn't want to talk about that. That it was so bad to if y'all been on Caramel Live, y'all, she was literally people was in there like that. So basically the conversation, and I can't, it was so much that we couldn't write it all down, but I'm gonna try to say as much as I can, possibly, just to paint an idea. So it was just like, hey Devin, how you doing? I'm just checking in on you. And then he was just like, I'm just trying to take it like one day at a time. And so um um he asked her, he was like, do you blame yourself? And then Akira was like, yeah, I blame myself. She like, I partially blame myself, but I know it's their fault. But she was like, I partially blame myself because I allowed, certain things, and I should have spoke up more. That was the part that,
Yeah.
with a person just being genuine and trying to keep down confusion and stuff like that, and realizing, but it was just really too far. And Devin said this in the message to her. He was like, yeah, he was like, there was some things that I saw, but he said that by the time I started seeing, certain signs, it was just too far out of hand. This is what he actually said to Akira in the text message, and he was just like, he wished, that he wished he had to set boundaries as well, because that's when they just talked about how they wish they had to set more boundaries, how they would have spoke up more about certain things that they saw. The fact that Tim really kept reassuring Akira that everything was fine, that there was nothing to be worried about when it came to Brenay. And she was just like, if anybody who knows me know that it's me and my husband against the world. And she was like, my mama,
Really loved him, funny head
she was like, people from New York was sent, her family from New York was sending her mama stuff like, have you seen this? And she was like, her mama don't get in her business at all, but she had started, she had to sit Akira down. They had to sit Akira down and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? You need to open your eyes and pay attention. And she said when she started, like literally, I think she was like January, like doing it when she said 2 weekends in a row is when she just really started paying attention and noticing that Brenay was recording Tim more, excluded her out. Like she just really started opening up her eyes to pay attention. And but by then, like Devin said in his message to her, you know, by the time they just really started paying attention, it was just like so far out of hand. Brenay and Tim were just so far fetched, you know, out there. Devin was like, how could he do that to me? He was like my fucking brother, or he was like my brother, and he fucking betrayed my trust. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he was saying, like that shit was cutting so deep. I'm sorry, y'all. That stuff was cutting so deep. It was cutting so, when I say it was cutting so deep, it was cutting so deep. It was cutting so deep. Devin was like, Brenay had, Tim came over and he was like he had bought Brenay a wedding ring.
What?
A new wedding ring. She never opened it until days later, but he never specified who the friend was, if it was Tim or somebody. He was like, well, her friend bought her a gift and she opened it. And
Oh,
she was
she a
like,
dancer or
Brenay
right who you
wouldn't
need to be
allow him
with.
to touch her. And this particular night when he stayed, if y'all ever read his court document, he's talking about this
Yeah.
date, like February the 7th, February the 8th of 2024. Not February. Yeah, February. February the 7th or February the 8th of 2024. This is during the time that, you know, she's transitioned to move out of the apartment with Devin, if y'all seen the videos, into her townhouse. And he was
Prayed for
like,
Tim.
he touched her. He was touching her, and she was responding to it like she liked it, like she wanted him to touch her. And Tim was coming over for whatever reason, and he was like, Brenay made a comment, let me stop before I start back feeling something for you. And so he was like, what you mean? I'm your husband. You know, so he asked her, you know, are you gonna sleep in where you gonna sleep at? Because he was like, Brenay had said she wanted to start dating other people and she wanted to start dating other guys.
She
This is
wanted
the
to get
conversation that
Tim.
he's having with Akira. Like what I'm telling y'all, this is the conversation that he had on that voice note, that she wanted to start, you know, dating other people. He was like, well, if you talking about Tim, then, you know, don't beat around the bush. And he was like, I only said that because I was just effed up in the head at the moment. I really wasn't saying, you know, I really wasn't thinking right. You know, he was just like, I just wasn't thinking right, and I didn't mean it. You know, what he was saying, he said, but, you know, my feelings were hurt. And he was like, she was supposed to sleep in the room with me, but when Tim came, he was like, this were his words exactly. She went up in the beauty room and they put the love mattress down on the floor. And that's where her and Tim slept at that night. And she was like, he went in the other room and all he could do was cry. He didn't know if
That's
he needed to
fucked up,
pray to
y'all.
God or, you know, hurt somebody, hurt himself. So all he could do was just literally cry.
She is a
And
dirty dog.
it did come out that Brenay was his first relationship. So he was like that next morning, he woke up, he called her dad, and he was like, he eventually confronted her and they got into it. And so Brenay was just like, she was like, he's like, I'm not an aggressive person. He said, but I was just his mind frame, his thought process of knowing that they really just played in his face, just really weighed up on him mentally. So he was like,
My
he
bad.
ended up, his voice changed. And he said, I don't usually talk in an aggressive tone, but my voice changed. And he was like, he spoke to her in like aggressive tone, but he never had any intentions on, hitting her. He didn't even raise his hand to hit her. Tim come in the mix, and so Brenay was just like, well, I'm going to my mom's. And
Right.
so Tim stopped her and said, no, you gonna come to my house. So he
Okay.
called Akira. So Akira at some point um discussed that with, Robin asked her question, and she was like, it wasn't even Brenay who asked me or told me about the situation. It was Tim. Tim called out hysterical saying that, hey, Devin and Brenay done just got into it, and he tried to hit her, and she was like, she was uncomfortable
Oh,
with
sounds
Brenay
like the
being
last
there,
two, huh?
but she considered
Mm-hmm.
Brenay to be family, and if it was a situation like that, then she allowed her to, come around, to come over to stay. But hell, Brenay got over there and wouldn't leave. Despite the fact that Akira asked her multiple times to leave, she wouldn't leave and basically just told Akira that Timothy wanted her there. So she was like, it was so overwhelming that she ended up leaving, and she was driving, and her way of coping was getting tattoos. Her way of coping with things when she was real stressful was getting tattoos and piercing. And she said that she had about 8 to 10 piercing in her face.
Mm.
And she ended up recognizing her mom tag, and she ended up getting in the car, and her grandma was in there too. So they was looking at her, and grandma asked her, well, what's going on with you? And so Kira was like, nothing, and her grandma said, bullshit. And then, she said, I've never been good at hiding my emotions. And she said, I just bust out the crying. And so she was telling her about, Brenay being there and not leaving. And her grandma was like, I'm coming. And she was just like, no, don't come. I'm going to handle it. She said, but the next day her grandma came. And then that's when the altercation had took place between Brenay and the grandma.
I like grandma.
So like
Grandma
with
don't
Tim,
play.
with
I like her
Devin's
grandma.
and Akira messages in the voice note, that's pretty much how it went. They were just basically was staying, taking accountability for, and that's something that Brenay just act like she couldn't wrap around her head. She
Oh,
started asking
what he
girls, so
for
you
her?
not gonna take no accountability for your relationship and your
Who the
marriage
fuck she
failing,
think
basically what she was saying. She like, you're not gonna take no accountability. And she was like, at all period. I just was sitting up there like, I know you ain't asking this girl, cause you still ain't,
she is?
confessed that you slept with this girl husband, but you
Mm-hmm.
told the world that we with your side of, like, tomorrow's gonna be super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is gonna be super interesting because we will literally get to hear Devin and who the other two people are. We would get to hear Brenay, Tim, possibly Lakeisha, and
Mm-hmm.
Tamika.
They finna can their ass
But I know
tomorrow,
from
honey.
Robin's side, it's 3 of them, and I know Devin is one of them, cause she had, it was 4, and she took away. Um, she took off one person, and I don't know who that is. Oh, and Akira grandma. So but that was pretty much their conversation. And so, but to like, Akira was reading it. And I don't know if that just made it 10 times worse when she was reading it. But y'all, I couldn't even stomach it. even after lunch, I had made myself eat something, and like when I came back and I went to the bathroom, I just like kind of said a prayer because it just was crazy. Y'all can turn the comments back on.
She deserves every
Goddess,
amount
I
of
saw a
money.
question in there that was asking about um when the videos and stuff was shown and Devin was stating that like Corinne slept in the video slept with Corinne multiple times. When did that stop or when did that start? Did they give you like a time frame of that?
Um,
My bad, y'all.
so when they played the video, so in the court documents, it states that it happened in 2019. Also, too, for Sean Kagan to verify that. But the recording was basically it was like Corinne had, now I don't know how Devin got a hold of it, of that audio, but Corinne had recorded it. uh I guess it was Corinne who had recorded it, and Tim was talking about how Brenay was pursuing him, and then they just cut it for I think she said relevance. So basically it was like irrelevant. PG, have you mentioned the cliffhanger from earlier that you said you would tell us about? I think I told y'all. I think I just told y'all the cliffhanger. Yeah, the
Um,
audio is online. Y'all heard it, right? I just wouldn't say anything.
And dirty with
What
dirty.
was Tim's reaction? He was a lot more calmer today. He really wasn't doing a whole lot. He wasn't in there when the audio part with the voice note was being played. I don't know where he was. Did we play the voice note? I think we played the voice note after court.
people want to know what's the jury reaction when all this stuff was going on day 3.
So, um, some of them started to have like poker face. It's this one juror. He an older guy. He just one way. He been one way since we started, so it's so unpredictable with him. The females on there, you can tell that they've been touched. They look at Brenay's body language. They look at Akira. Like even with Akira talking and even with her getting so emotional, like you don't be, you be really trying hard not to get emotional and cry, but it was so bad that you can't help but to cry. So a few of them literally been crying. Like they can't cry, but so they try to control it, but they get real teary eyed, and you will start seeing them do this, and they'll just try the hardest with um keeping their composure.
Another question was, um, dang it, when it came down to Bernay and Tim and stuff with the messages and stuff that was going on, they want to know how was the family reacting when they said that Akira found that video with Tim and Bernay in the bathroom and stuff.
Mm.
Nonchalant, like they could, like it wasn't. Now the one in the bathroom when they saw her, what he was doing and how she was doing with laying on the chest, the mama act like she was a little shocked.
Don't
Which is
know what she
Lakeisha.
stopped for.
She act like she was a little shocked, but I don't think she cared. Tim mama just was like nonchalant, it is they all like nonchalant about the situation. And even with the when the little clip came on about Korean and Tim, the Akira mama was over there just shaking. Like she was so upset. Like she was so upset and she was so hurt. And learning that Akira would just, she would just tell her mom what she needed, and her mom would know, you know, that 100% of the time that what it was for, but she never would go into detail about what she needed money for. But she knew that it would be for Tim and to help Tim. Like that girl, grandmama, invested in Tim like the family did. The grandma bought Tim a car. Like they really took Tim under their wings and they loved him like the son that he was to them. And for I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this. That speaks volume, and I'm gonna tell you why it speaks volume, because that meant Tim was actually at some point doing right about Akira by Akira. That meant that at some point he was really doing right by her. People just don't take you in like that under your wings and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on you. You know what I'm saying? And then for him to be in college and actually pursuing, and they invest in that, with the hopes that, hey, that you would get here. Um, Whatever your dream was, just trying to support you in that. So, like, at some point Tim was a very good person, and then he changed. And Akira say the change actually came like when he started distancing himself, was when she moved in, when she not moved in, but when she came around and they started getting closer and closer.
They want to talk about the apology again
What
between Brenay
apology?
the whole night at the game. So
There
we
was no
missed it.
apology.
Okay.
It wasn't an apology at all. Her and Brenay and Akira got into it. Tim was there and they got into it. She basically was confronting Tim about the audio, because you got to remember the Suns game was that night, but also she felt um this stuff on this other stuff um on Tim's computer.
Y'all, can y'all stop making me? I'm not. Let me just say this. Y'all can stop putting that in the comments about Korean. We already spoke about that. We moved on from that. Stop. I'm not asking nothing about Korean, and please stop mentioning me. Thank you. They want to talk about. They said
Wait
that
a minute.
Tim. Okay, it was something online
It
stating
is
that.
draining. It's mentally and emotionally
I
draining for
bet
me,
about here.
for all of us. Literally for all of us. We've been going out like every like Monday. Like it was so fun in the beginning, as far as like us linking up, meeting everybody and talking. Not fun as relates to, the case or anything, but just us being here in this moment.
Yeah.
Um Watching this go down, and like I ain't gonna take, I'm on pins and needles for tomorrow.
Guess what? You know what I wanted to say? That kind of stuff is draining. It's because when you don't, because you really don't know, just like I was telling somebody earlier, you don't know what's going to happen until you get into it. And
Right.
just like I told you when I was talking to y'all about like the jurors and how they pick jurors and stuff like that, they're not going to ask them questions about their personal, like what's going on with Brenay and them. They're asking them personal questions about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So when they ask those kind of questions, they're not going to know. Just like that lady got up and walked out yesterday after she heard what she heard, it's
Mm-hmm.
like they don't know what you about what they're getting into. They just got picked, you
Right.
know.
They, yeah,
And
I,
it's
I
no.
I felt like that lady today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I
Yeah,
felt like
that's.
that later today.
And then they had a young lady literally sitting up there saying, "Oh, y'all bullying her and this, that, and the other." And I'm like, "You mean to tell me that you think it's okay for her to do what she did?" You know, it's like, why do you why do young people think that, oh, that's her business, she got to deal with that, da, da, da. You don't realize that she's being an example to somebody else's kid, because they're gonna think they're gonna be able to do that, and next time it ain't gonna fare out like it's gonna fare out for her. It may be something totally different. You know, so you got to be mindful of what you do and what you say and what you throw out into the atmosphere, because she's throwing that. That's horrible what she's throwing out.
Yeah, I did. I chose to be here in this moment to actually, you know, follow this case all the way through. I don't think I was prepared for like I said, what for me, we never heard Akira side. Never.
Let's
We
just
never
say
heard Akira's side because Akira never said anything.
anything.
And I wasn't expecting this. I ain't finna lie to y'all.
Shit.
I was not
Ain't on the one, honey.
expecting to learn all of this. I was not expecting. I didn't. I just. I would never fathom that it was that it was this bad. And that's just listening to Akira. Devin got to talk tomorrow and go through this. Devin was going through a wave or so because he was laughing and
I hope he ready, man, because I
just
know.
trying to, it was kind of hard to read Devin because I understand like laughing is a defense mechanism too. But Devin was pretty much looking at their reaction as well. Um, I can't imagine for him like Sunday when I saw him, I asked him how was he feeling, going into, Monday, and he was like he was nervous. Um, we all went out Monday and I asked him, how you feeling? He was just like I'm a little nervous, but I'm getting better. And yesterday he was good. So, well, yeah, Tuesday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah. So yesterday he was a lot better. But Devin also too, his reasons for like, and let me say this, Akira, she was like, when Devin talked and, basically shared what he shared, it was just like, confirmation that what Tim had just been lying to her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like,
Renee
Devin
been
was
hurting
like,
him.
he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to mess up her home.
Wow.
He didn't want to mess up. He didn't want to be the reason why, you know, just things went left. And I can understand being put in that situation. And she was just like, she didn't say nothing back to him, which is why we didn't see any text messages after the voice note. Um, she was just like in the moment, she was really upset with Devin that he didn't tell her, but also she was grateful because she understood why. They both strong.
Got
So
a quick question. Do you know when the trial may end? Do you feel like it will continue for a while, or
I think
tomorrow
it
may
will
be the
end
day?
Friday. I don't think it's going to end tomorrow because once they get through hearing everybody, and Brenay, okay, so Robin said that it's gonna take her about 2 hours. The judge was like, okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. He asked Brenay how long it was gonna take her. She said, honestly, I don't know. So he asked how many people Robin had how many witnesses she had, and she was like three, and Brenay said, well, me and Tim have to speak, and we're going to be the longest.
If she's speaking with Tim, meaning she want Tim to lie for her.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I think gonna happen tomorrow.
Tell the truth,
I
girl.
think
Tell it.
Tim, yeah, and then the jury has to literally come to a decision, which is why I feel like this is not gonna be over with until Friday.
Yeah.
If I was the judge, as soon as she walked in my courtroom looking like that, I would have said, "Oh yeah, go ahead, Akira, you won."
It's
See it now,
it's see the
because ain't no
judge.
way.
See, the judge don't have no part in the ruling of what they think she should be. Old Akira be old.
Yeah.
That's the jury decision. So they have to deliberate and say what they. BG, what was about to say?
They gonna owe her more.
What was
She
you
gonna
about
owe
to
more
say
than that 2 million. I feel it in my
about the
bones.
juror?
Nasty. She's a nasty, nasty woman.
I am. Yeah, the jury decision. Um, they gotta figure it out. What was owed. I don't know what I was going to say, y'all. I'm so sorry that I do that. Oh, so Tim and Brenay has to speak, and they're going to be the longest. Okay, I know. So I think with Tim is going to literally try to make Akira look like she's a liar.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
baby, when I tell you, I can't wait for now. This is what I'm
Robin
I'm
gonna
looking
get
for. I can't wait for Robin to
her. Hmm.
cross examine his ass.
Me either.
That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on him to her to say whatever it is. I'm waiting for him. Listen, I am waiting for him to try to downplay his love and affection for Akira.
Hmm.
Because the way Attorney Robin is gonna put that heel, and I think she gonna put that left heel first, and then she gonna claw him with the right one, and she gonna hold his ass down, and she gonna say, "I got you." The way that I feel like he is going to get on this thing and act like he didn't love Akira, he didn't want Akira. I just pray attorney hit him with now. Tim, I'm gonna tell y'all this about I know what Tim tender spot
Hmm.
is. I know I saw his tender spot.
Yep. When
I
she
know
get that
exactly what
time
his
with
tender
him,
spot is.
watch what she tell you what it is.
And I just really pray that Tim act like he hard. He ain't hard. Tim
Hmm.
have always Tim got a conscience. I'm gonna
Yep.
say that. Despite how he act and how he has a conscience.
Yep. He do.
He has a conscience.
He do.
It's going
He
to be very
apologized to her.
interesting to see him on the stand. And this is the most beautiful part about him being on the stand is that Brenay gets to talk to him first, and then
Ooh,
Robin
I
do a
can't
cross
wait.
examination, and then she gets to redirect.
Will Tim be able to plead anything on the stand?
Plead what?
Nothing.
What would he be pleading?
That's what I said, but that's what the chat wanted to know.
I know that's what we're asking him. What would he be pleading?
This is gonna be crazy, honey.
Tim is going to really try to really make it look like him and Akira did not have a loving and affectionate relationship.
Hmm.
I believe he's gonna try to downplay, but them text messages don't lie.
Mm-mm.
Because Akira had told him that, you know, if they wanted to go their separate ways and if he didn't want to be there, be with her anymore, you know what I'm saying? She like, okay, she understand that, it's cool or whatever. Because she was just like, you know how us women get when we be like, we could
Hey.
just go on. And so, Tim was just like, I ain't say all of that. In his message, he was just like, I didn't say all of that.
You kind of did.
This, that, and the third. And Brenay had them text messages. The messages up on their screen is altered. So she don't, in her mind, that's not Tim talking to Akira.
What?
I want Attorney Robin to ask the message that was displayed about Brenay being lazy and nasty. I want her to ask him, did he tell Akira that?
Child.
That's the only thing that's gonna probably pull me out of a rucker tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I think
Is listening to Brenay and Tim talk. And I ain't gonna say too much because they probably be watching. I ain't gonna say too much about that because they probably watching. I ain't gonna say that about that, but I can't wait to see that.
I was saying, bruh, the whole time up there, bruh. She knew, bruh. Bruh, all I did was it's gonna be bruh the whole.
Listen, I'm gonna have to talk about it after court.
Man, she
I have to talk about it after court. If it's too emotional, y'all, I'm just gonna let everybody else go lie. I ain't going live. I pray it's not. But if it's funny and crazy, like watching Brenay just sink like the Titanic, y'all, I'm just, cause listen, the judge took the juror out.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord Jesus, excuse my French, y'all. This a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
This is a shit show. Yes, the Titanic.
So
like
you
y'all,
know what
if y'all was in there, y'all would literally. I mean, it was so bad. Like it really was bad. Where folks just wanted to. People was just disgusted. They really wanted to fight that girl today.
What?
Like
that's
seriously.
that's what I deal with on
I'm
a
seeing them kind of
daily
run the phone up
basis
with the camera.
in court. That same thing where people want to represent themselves and they don't know how. When you don't know the law, it is so hard to try to explain because you gotta say certain words, you gotta know certain language, and if you don't know that language, then it's gonna be like strike, strike, strike. It's so crazy because she don't know the language, so
She
it would have
doesn't.
benefited her to have an attorney.
It really would have. There was a guy that we had been filling in. He was asking us about. Somebody was telling him about the case. I think one of his colleagues. So he was talking to us. That's the guy that was in my live earlier tonight, and he was just like, "These type of cases, you need a lawyer. You most definitely need a lawyer."
And herself, y'all. She know it.
And I was just like, "You most definitely do," because she thought she had y'all. She thought she had Akira. I can't wait, baby. Let me tell y'all. Hold on a sec, cause I'm so proud of Robin, y'all. It's just y'all know I wanted to be a lawyer. I actually pursued going to be a lawyer, but I just could not get.
She been tearing
past that political.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Robin is a great lawyer for Akira. She has every time something go wrong, every time in contempt, she putting it in. Every time homegirl got on the internet line, here come Robin. Robin does not play. Robin been putting in that work, baby. Oh, this what it is? Put it in. Oh, well, she can't do that. Put it in. Excuse me. She went through his finances for child support. Oh, you got such and such. You got, baby, she was drilling the heck out of him. Oh, I only gave her $90. Well, that's all I got. And baby, she put it in. That lady was not playing by her job, baby. And shout out to Robin. She been doing the thing. That is a lawyer. That is a lawyer.
I hate to say this. Am I a lesbian? But this how Robin be sitting, and she say, this how she sounds in court. She say, Your Honor, may I approach the bench? May I approach the witness? And she say, Your Honor, may I approach the witness? So she approached. The loudest I ever heard Robin in this whole thing was during her opening statement, and she, was loud and she was firm. but she wasn't loud. You know what I'm saying? Like her voice was elevated, but it wasn't even loud. So when she was talking, she saw and she was like, you said that da 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 da, and she was like, and how did that make you feel? It was so funny because it's like I know she ain't trying to be sexy or nothing, but her voice is so soft and feminine, and it sounds so I don't even know the word. It's so funny because she was like, and how did that make you feel? It was just yeah, it was like I was sitting up there like I meant to ask Caramel and Barbie like it's just so feminine. I don't even know how to explain it. Relaxing. It don't sound. It's poised. I won't say seductive, cause she's not trying to be seductive. It's just her voice so feminine. Like I've never been able to describe somebody's voice as being feminine. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like she just so I mean when I say at ease and calm, I can't get up and walk like her, y'all. I cannot get up and walk like her because of what I have on. This is right here is short. And so it's just so soft, like it's a voice like if you was a mother like type or I ain't even gonna say a mother. It's just like I guess you would say soothing and nurturing and maybe it ain't seductive, but I don't want to say alluring, yes, angelic, yeah, sultry, yeah, all of that. It just was like, and this is how she laid back, and I mean, hair just laid and flawless, and she sitting just so pretty and beautiful. Yes, I mean, I won't even say. I mean, you cannot read Robin. I'm gonna say that. You cannot read her in court. You can't read her. She's so poised and she sits like this. And every now and then she do this. She don't really have to say much. When I tell you that damn team, y'all, it's like watching Malcolm X when he was doing that march and then they went down there after they had beat that man and that man was locked up. And he told them folks, he said, and then they stopped, and then he said, and then they march. Her voice, she just sitting there, and she ain't really saying a lot, and I see her do this, and they just get the moving, and they start working. It's not nothing like as far as they so smooth with it. When I say smooth with it, and I'm talking about everybody is a staff of them and everybody has a part in it. Yes, baby, it's giving Olivia Pope. Very professional. In sync. Yes, everybody has like their duty. And when I tell you, she be like, stop it. And she was like, Your Honor, we're stopping at the 13th. We want to let the court know 13. We're stopping at 9.9. Well, how she said it, the 9/13 mark, and they'll. Stop, and we're gonna pick up at the such and such. And on this day, can you tell us how you feel? It was so important. I know it was long, and it felt like a lot of it was like it to some people it probably felt like it was being dragged out, but like it was so important for her. I understood the purpose of Robin having to capture, like get an understanding of what was what, but also it is so important to highlight Akira thoughts and her emotions. Her thoughts and her emotions, because she asked, well, how did you feel? This how it was. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. She was like, and how did you feel? My voice don't do it no justice, but it was just like, oh my gosh. Robin is very beautiful and educated. When I say classy and demure and so feminine, like there's a softness. I pray my daughter get that softness because baby, she's so rough. Oh, she's so rough. But Robin is that girl. Even Akira's mom, just so beautiful. I got to see that up close and personal. You know, it's just been, that part of it has been beautiful. Um, that part has been beautiful too. With all the other stuff that has literally been going on. Like my thing with Brenay and her folks is like, baby, it's like walking into the lion's den versus walking into the gates of heaven. Like, this is what you experience. Like, if I can use that analogy as it relates to Tim and Renee's mom, it's like literally walking in the lion's den, and versus being over here, and it's so angelic with Devin mom, Akira, and Robin and stuff. It's like so angelic over here. Like the energy is just so much peaceful and beautiful, where it's just like ugh and ew over here. So, Cartier, come back, Cartier, cause I'm sure meant to let you talk. Where he go?
I'm gonna go right on goddess real quick.
Yeah. My stomach growling. I have not eaten. I had like a mellow, is it mellow yellow dog? It was so good. Oh, thank you, love. Yeah, it's like angels versus devils. Literally. What about Charles? What you talking about? Who is Charles? Yeah, are you attending tomorrow? I will be here. I had to extend my ticket. I had to change my flight and extend my extension time for that, my rental vehicle, as well as my hotel stay. I had to do all of that.
I just wanted you to stay positive. I'm glad you went.
I will.
I'm glad you went. I'm glad
All
you
right,
went.
y'all. Baby, that is a mess. I can't. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna be a little early. I'm gonna wait to see what them get out with court. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna play their lives and stuff. Shout out to all the ladies that are there. They're doing a very, very great job commentary. Baby, this is better than any trial. Baby, this is like a scandal. I don't know if Tyler Perry or Tubi gonna fight over this one, cause this one was a hoot. Do you hear me? The fact that she tried to sit here and check her about being in her home with her husband. The fact that they blame themselves because of their nastiness. The fact that she was still wanting Devin and got with him. Honey, it don't pay to do all that. And then the mama sitting there like she didn't say that. She did say that. And then she talked trash about it and got the daughter looking like Alien versus Predator to talk junk. Sure did. Funny looking self. Honey, I can't wait till tomorrow. This is going to be interesting because I want to see Robin cross examine. And I want to see what Brenay, because since you want to tell the truth so bad, it's not the truth. I can't say much and I can't do this. Baby, you've been lying to the people for the whole time. You said we told you he didn't want you to that. No, we said he was uncomfortable with the camera in his face. And Devin was doing it to please you. She was Devin's first real girlfriend turned into wife. She was the first one, baby. You don't put a spark in Devin, baby. Baby, Devin done got fired, his money up. He got his own place. Devin finna start dating. I don't blame you, Devin. I like this new Devin. Go on ahead, Devin. You get baby, go on ahead and find you somebody. Yes, honey. And she mad about it. Let her stay mad. You think because you lost weight, he wasn't eating Chipotle every day with you like Tim and all them hips he got. You think because you lost weight that you're better than me? You're better than me? He say, yeah, I don't eat Chipotle every day. Oh my God. Y'all, shout out to them ladies, man. We're gonna come back with it tomorrow. This Diddy trial had tea, but this is let me tell you something. Diddy trial with a little tea. But there was some vindication for him because everybody thought he was messing with children. He wasn't messing with children. He was messing with adult prostitutes, male at that. So before anybody try to say it was kid, no, it was adult male prostitutes, men that was bisexual. That's who Diddy was sleeping with, and it's in the court documents. Now, what the hell they be doing down there? My bad, y'all. Now, what the tea is that basically this tea is Akira didn't say anything, right? It's sad because nobody knew all that was going on. We just know that when it first came out last year, that all of that came out. We didn't know all the details. Nobody said much. Devin said a little bit. People started fighting, throwing subs at each other. Akira said, don't worry, I'ma come. Kira finally broke her silence after time by herself. She was posting pictures of her having fun. Here come Brenay trolling and wanting to have the same styles. Then the children got showed. Then they had to. It's been an ongoing fight for the past year, and there are some vindications for Akira, and I believe this is going to go into her favor. Brenay. I see why you try to hold on to that man so tight, because you know. But baby, he need to be holding on to you tight, because he should know that any man that come in that you attracted to, that'll snatch you up. Karma go hit y'all so hard. And that sister, while she worrying about everybody else, she need to tell her sister the truth and make sure them children is that man's. Because you a little thotty pocket too. See, when you were crying, you was working on your weight, and we saw how the girl treated you. We were starting to give a little, love to you. But see, you can't give folks that and be nice because they don't know how to act. I don't know. They mama she getting on the wrong child. Well, Kayla do talk too damn much. Damn, Lakeisha, what are you doing over there? Come on, you need to reevaluate some things, Miss Lakeisha. You need to reevaluate. I can't tell him what to do, but you all up in Kayla's face telling her what to do. Miss Lakeisha, I need you to evaluate your household. Because it's something. Then the son, he doing his own thing. Like, you don't hear nothing. It's the girls. Miss Lakeisha, I don't know if you wasn't hard on both the boy and the girls, and did a little, but you dropped the ball on this. You dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. You might have to. Let me tell you something. I just did mommy content. It's a mama that did the same thing. Now she got broke. Okay, they had to cut the daughter off. Brenay to get broke. She gonna be asking Miss Lakeisha. You're going to have to go ahead and cut it and let her know what it is. So when she start getting sassy, you need to tell her she put herself, stop sitting here, baby. You didn't know. It's time for you to be stern. You be playing a little too much with them girls over there. A little too much. You trying to be their friend and not their parent. I need you to be their parent. Okay? I need you to start calling it out. Yeah, they grown. You don't want to be in it. But you're going to have to let her know that she fucked up. She got to hold some accountability. That one over there and the other one with the children. You got to. Because ain't no way the girl keep having children under your rules in your house. No, baby. You got to start putting a tighten to it. You doing a little too lenient. I don't know, because they feel like they got a bill or they help. You need to start getting in that ass. You doing, you gotta, I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to see you come on TikTok live. I can't let me tell you something. You was raised on this. Wherever you act up at, you get it. And however old you get, you still they mother, right? Okay. No matter how old they get, you was still their mama. Get in their ass. You didn't get in their ass enough. They wouldn't be out here laying in low, spreading the wide like a Waffle House, in and out dining. Get in it. I don't care what you did. I don't care how bad they talk. I don't care how they don't like it. Get it. You ain't getting their tough. Same for Tim Mama. You baby him too much. Ain't no cuddling to where women should be taking care of. Grown behind me. This man is almost 30 years old. He in and out of. If you don't get in his ass, y'all, oh hell no. Little alien and predator probably work. Y'all better get in them children ass. And it don't let go when they get older, baby. Hello? You been there, done that. You better let them know what it is. Because they're playing with y'all and y'all want to be their best friend. Get in their ass. The hell? Y'all act like y'all scared. We gonna do buck up at you? You say what my grandma said to my granddaddy. Your butt gonna hurt and you gonna be sitting there laying on the stretcher with your butt out. Hello? Anyway, y'all, we gonna end it. I'll be back tomorrow, child. I have to get up early, so the lives are going to start a little later. So I want to thank y'all for watching. I might do 2 or 3 lives tomorrow, depends. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Get in their ass, y'all.